The cause of unhappiness is often rooted in our identification with the mind and the stories it creates. The mind constantly generates thoughts, judgments, and interpretations about ourselves, others, and the world around us. It creates a narrative that defines our self-image, shapes our perceptions, and influences our emotions. This mental narrative is conditioned by our past experiences, beliefs, and societal conditioning, and it often reinforces a sense of separation, limitation, and dissatisfaction. From a spiritual perspective, the essence of who we are extends beyond the realm of thoughts and the mental narrative. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, interconnected with the vast fabric of existence. However, when we become entangled in the web of the mind's narratives, we lose touch with our true nature and get caught up in a cycle of seeking happiness and fulfillment outside of ourselves. Removing the mental narrative involves recognizing that our thoughts are not the ultimate truth. They are conditioned patterns of thinking that arise from our conditioning and past experiences. By cultivating awareness and mindfulness, we can observe these thoughts without becoming attached to them. We learn to witness the mental activity without getting carried away by its content. In doing so, we create space for a deeper sense of presence and inner stillness, where our true essence can be felt and experienced. Spiritual practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and self-inquiry serve as pathways to removing the mental narrative and reconnecting with our essential nature. Through meditation, we learn to quiet the mind and develop the capacity to observe our thoughts without judgment. We cultivate a state of inner silence and become aware of the underlying spaciousness and peace that exist beyond the mental noise. This practice allows us to access a realm of pure awareness where the mental narrative loses its grip, and we can connect with our authentic self. Mindfulness, both in formal practice and in daily life, helps us bring our attention to the present moment. By focusing our awareness on the sensations in our body, the breath, or the environment around us, we anchor ourselves in the here and now. This presence allows us to disengage from the mental narrative that pulls us into the regrets of the past or the worries about the future. By immersing ourselves fully in the present moment, we tap into the richness and beauty that exists beyond the confines of the mind. Self-inquiry is a powerful tool for unraveling the layers of the mental narrative. It involves questioning the beliefs, assumptions, and stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we deserve. Through self-inquiry, we explore the underlying truth and validity of these narratives. We may discover that many of them are rooted in fear, self-doubt, or societal conditioning. By examining these narratives and challenging their accuracy, we open ourselves to new possibilities and perspectives. We can rewrite the script of our lives, aligning our thoughts and beliefs with our true essence and the highest expression of ourselves. For example, if we find ourselves trapped in a narrative of unworthiness and constantly seeking external validation, we can inquire into the beliefs and fears that drive this pattern. We may uncover that our sense of worthiness has been conditioned by societal expectations or past experiences. Through self-inquiry, we can question the validity of these beliefs and shift our focus from external validation to self-acceptance and self-love. By reconnecting with our inherent worthiness and embracing our true nature, we break free from the confines of the mental narrative and open ourselves to a life of authenticity, fulfillment, and abundance. The process of removing the mental narrative is not a one-time event but an ongoing practice that requires patience, self-compassion, and dedication. It is a journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. As we continue to release the grip of the mental narrative, we create space for the emergence of our true essence, which is expansive, loving, and connected to the divine. As we let go of the mental narrative, we also experience a profound shift in our perception of reality. We realize that the stories we once believed to be true were merely interpretations colored by our past experiences, conditioning, and limited perspectives. We begin to see the world with fresh eyes, free from the constraints of the mind's narratives. We embrace a more expansive and inclusive view of reality, recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and the divine presence that permeates everything. This shift in perception opens the door to a deeper sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment. We no longer seek happiness outside of ourselves because we realize that it resides within us, in the depths of our being. We cultivate a profound sense of inner contentment and acceptance, irrespective of external circumstances. We become less reactive to the ups and downs of life, as we recognize the impermanence of the mental narrative and the transient nature of the external world. Removing the mental narrative also liberates us from the cycle of comparison, judgment, and competition. We no longer measure our worth based on external achievements or the approval of others. Instead, we cultivate a deep sense of self-acceptance and self-love. We honor our unique journey and recognize that each individual has their own path and timing. We embrace the diversity of human experience and appreciate the beauty and wisdom that each person brings to the world. In addition to personal practices, seeking spiritual guidance and inspiration can greatly support our journey of removing the mental narrative. Engaging with spiritual teachings, books, or mentors can provide profound insights and perspectives that guide us in transcending the limitations of the mind. Sharing our experiences and engaging in meaningful conversations with others who are also on a spiritual path can offer support, validation, and new perspectives that expand our understanding and accelerate our growth. As we continue to remove the mental narrative, we undergo a profound transformation in our lives. We experience a sense of liberation and freedom as we release the shackles of limiting beliefs and conditioning. We become more aligned with our true essence, expressing ourselves authentically and joyfully. Our relationships deepen as we connect with others from a place of love, acceptance, and compassion. We develop a greater sense of interconnectedness and recognize the unity that underlies all of existence. This shift in consciousness opens the door to a life of abundance, joy, and spiritual fulfillment. In conclusion, the cause of unhappiness lies in our attachment to the mental narrative and the identification with the mind's constant stream of thoughts. Through spiritual practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and self-inquiry, we can disentangle ourselves from the grip of the mental narrative and reconnect with our true essence. By cultivating awareness, presence, and self-inquiry, we create space for a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. We step into a state of expanded consciousness, where the limitations of the mind dissolve, and we can experience the boundless possibilities, peace, and happiness that reside within us and in the realm of spiritual reality.